Same request, two setups. In chat, it can only answer. In a workspace, it can check whether the answer is actually allowed. That is why Claude Code can feel smarter than ChatGPT. Not because ChatGPT is bad, but because chat is alone. In chat, the answer can stay as words. In a real workspace, it has to meet the facts. The file, the policy, the command, or the error. So watch the check. The moment that matters is when the project catches the mistake. In a moment, you'll see the first error message. That error is the whole point. Think of it as the work setup around the AI, the part that catches mistakes before the answer gets sent. This is the part most demos hide. The boring name for this is a harness. Here is the same request in chat. A customer asks for a refund, you ask for a polite reply, chat gives a clean answer, warm, confident, it offers the refund. Nothing feels wrong yet. That is the dangerous part. A polite AI can confidently promise something your business rules do not allow. Now put the same request inside the actual workflow. Not a better prompt, a better setup. The AI can see the message, the order, and the refund policy. The policy says refunds are available for 14 days. This customer waited 31. So the policy check fails. The first answer broke the rule. Now the next answer has to change. The model didn't get smarter. The policy blocked the refund. The first reply said, "We'll process your refund." The corrected reply says, "This order is outside our refund window." It can explain the policy, offer store credit, or pass this to a manager. That is the difference. Chat answered the request. The workspace checked the situation. Now remove that check. The answer can still sound right, and that is exactly the problem. If the AI cannot check the work, it has to guess from the outside. Sometimes the guess is useful. Sometimes it is impressive, but it is still a guess. The check gives the next answer evidence. Without evidence, the model can only explain what might be true. With evidence, it can move closer to what is true here. That setup has a name, a harness. The harness is not the AI. It is the setup around the AI. It gives the AI facts to read, tools to use, rules to follow, checks that catch mistakes, and permission limits so risky actions still need a person. It is the room that lets the AI look, check, act, and stop. Code is just the easiest place to see this, because code gives loud feedback, pass or fail. Claude Code makes the loop visible. If the file is wrong, the command fails. If the behavior is wrong, the test fails. The terminal doesn't care how confident the answer sounded. It only cares if the test passes. Before you judge an AI demo, look for the part you're not being shown. You may see the answer, but you may not see the setup that made the answer possible. A smarter model in a bad setup can still make a better looking mistake. It writes smoother, it sounds calmer, it may feel more professional, but if it can't see the policy, the order, the test, or the approval step, it can still be wrong, just with better grammar. Small business version. Say a bakery wants AI to answer order messages. A customer asks, "Can I order 40 gluten-free cupcakes for tomorrow morning?" A weak setup says, "Sure, we would be happy to help." Sounds nice, but what did it check? The menu, tomorrow's orders, ingredient stock, the cutoff time, whether a person should approve before promising the order. If not, it is guessing politely. A stronger setup gives the AI a real workspace. It can read the menu, check the calendar, compare the order against stock, draft a reply, and stop before confirming anything risky. That is not just a chatbot. That is a working system. What is this AI actually connected to? What can it see? What can it change? What catches mistakes? Who approves the weird cases? Those questions are not as exciting as a model launch, but they protect you from buying a polished guess. That is why Claude Code feels smarter than ChatGPT. It is not only the brain, it is the setup around the brain. Chat gives you an answer. A harness gives the model a place to fail, get corrected, and try again. This is the part most demos hide. The boring name for this is a harness. The model matters, but the room decides what the model can actually do. Understand AI in depth, and then you save hours, not the other way around.